So welcome back dear ones. I'm back with another topic. What is the topic? Yes, deschooling movement. What is this deschooling movement? Yes, just look. What is deschooling? Schooling, then a D comes before. Construction. Deconstruction means to destroy. So deschooling means yes, yes, deschooling is a movement or is a tendency of making the children withdraw from traditional school education, stating that schools are not providing opportunities for developing the innate powers of children and they make the children unworldly. Deschooling means not sending children to schools or withdrawing the children from schools. The parents tell their children not to go to school, or the parents tell their children to withdraw from schools. Because according to the parents, children are not getting any opportunity for developing their innate powers, to develop their creativity, to develop their aesthetic sense. And they believe that schools actually make children unworldly because no practical knowledge is provided in schools. So this is a movement which occurred all over the world. Some people started believing that to send children to school is something useless because schools are not providing anything. Actually, real education is to help the children develop their innate powers. You can look at any educational definition given by different people, different philosophers. According to Mahatma Gandhi, by education I mean an all-round drawing out of the best in man and child. Drawing out, not imparting. That means you have to find out the best in the people and just help them to develop. And look at the educational definition given by Swami Vivekananda. Education is the manifestation of divine perfection already in man. According to him, in every man, in every person, there is a divine perfection. That means virtues. And the duty of the educators is to find out such divine perfection already in them and to help them to develop. And you can look at Pestalozzi. According to Pestalozzi, education is the progressive, natural, and harmonious development of man's innate powers. Innate means inborn. There should be natural development without getting any external pressure. And it should be progressive. Students should get more practical knowledge. And it should be harmonious, not only for intellectual development. There should be a balanced development of each domain of a student. That means there should be spiritual development, there should be intellectual development, there should be personality development, there should be aesthetic development, there should be creative development. So there should be harmonious development of different areas, different personality traits. But according to some people, all these things are not happening at formal educational institutions. So we have to withdraw our children from schools. And this concept is known as deschooling movement. It was a universal movement. It was a movement which occurred all over the world. Why deschooling? Why should we withdraw our children from school? They show some causes. They show some arguments. They have got some arguments. What are these arguments? People like Ivan Illich propagated deschooling. Actually, a person called Illich, a famous educationist or a famous person called Ivan Illich, started propagating deschooling. And they stated that students should be withdrawn from traditional formal schooling systems because formal schooling gives prime importance to rote memorization. Sorry. Formal schooling gives prime importance to rote memorization. What is this rote memorization? Mechanical memorization. There is no meaningful learning. I'm sorry, my camera is switched off. So I will show later presentation. Yes. Formal schooling gives prime importance to rote memorization. Rote memorization means by hearting. No meaningful learning occurs there. Teachers will teach each and everything, and students will by heart everything. They do not know anything about what they are learning because there is no meaningful explanation or there is no meaningful learning inside the formal classroom. Then the teacher is dominating school atmosphere. The teacher dominated school atmosphere never makes children democratic. Now we are living in a democratic setup, a democratic world. So according to these people, children should be trained to behave in a democratic manner during their childhood days. But teachers are not showing any sort of democratic attitude in this classroom. So students also follow the model of the teachers and they also never show any sort of democratic behavioral patterns when they become the members of a society. And similarly, schools often make children away from practical life. They never get any practical knowledge. And this is a criticism forwarded by many people on formal schooling. Because we are learning some theories, but we never learn anything which is useful in our practical life. We learn physics, but we do not know how to. We do not know anything about the electrical activities. We learn science, but it is told that we never show any sort of scientific temper. So schools often make children away from practical life. There is no practical knowledge. No practical knowledge is provided by formal schooling systems. And schools make children stereotypes so that they are not able to keep unique style of living. Because at school you have got some mechanical life. At 10 o'clock you have to reach there. At 11:30 you can go outside of the classroom and again you have to come back At 12:30 or 1 p.m., you can go for your lunch. So you are taking your lunch not because you're hungry, but just because you have to come back at 1 o'clock or 1:30. So each and every person is doing the same thing at school. Children become stereotypes. They are not able to keep unique style of living because of this mechanical life at school or educational institutions. And highly result oriented and professionalized school systems do not give regard to the aesthetic sense and creativity of children. Children are not able to enjoy poems, not able to read and enjoy poems because they haven't got any aesthetic sense. They are not able to look at nature and describe its beauty. How can a person enjoy and describe the beauty of nature without aesthetic sense? Because they have become machines. Schools make them machines, and they haven't got any opportunity at schools for developing their creativity because they are not able to think in a divergent manner. They are just thinking just as the teachers think. And teachers never allow them to think in a divergent manner. No discussion is occurring inside the classroom. The teacher will teach each and everything, and the students would by heart each and everything. So, no aesthetic sense development is there, no creative development is there, no literary development is there, nothing is there according to these people. And the hectic and strict schedule of schools never provide an opportunity to keep contact with nature. Nowadays, children are spending most of their time at school. They have to leave their home at dawn and they will reach back their home at dusk. This is what is happening there. They are not getting an opportunity for enjoying the rain. They are not able to get an opportunity for taking bath in rainwater. They are not getting an opportunity for preparing some paper boats and making them float in the river. They are not able to observe birds. They are not able to observe flowers. They are not able to watch and enjoy anything related to nature because hectic schedule is there. Hectic and strict schedule you can see. Sometimes there are Saturday classes, sometimes evening classes, some at times there are morning classes. So all these things make the people or make the students or make the children away from nature. And schools always compel us to keep aware of institutionalized planning in all the walks of our life. There is no natural planning. There is no exclusive planning. We are doing everything in a ready-made way. We are getting a ready-made way of living from our former educational institutions. Traditional schools focus on consumerism so that the youngsters approach everything with consumers' mind. The youngsters approach their parents with consumers' mind and bring them to old age homes because or when they feel that their parents can no longer bring them any financial benefits or when they feel that their parents have become a financial burden for them. Formal educational systems make the youngsters consumers. So there is no humanity, there is no human relationship, there is no values. Traditional schools propagate the concept that only the behavior, developed in the presence of a teacher has got some value. So there is no self-study. There is no there is no learning to learn. Everything is taught by the teacher. And people believe that each and everything can be learned only with the assistance of a teacher. So this is the traditional concepts of education. So the people who promote deschooling movement believe that traditional or formal educational process is something useless. And these people were not hiding from us after telling that children should be withdrawn from schools. So, how can we deschool? What should we do? Shall we just withdraw our children from school and make them sit at home? No. But these people forward some changes. These people feel that there should be some changes. So how should we deschool? Or what are the changes we have to make to avoid the problems which we mentioned here? The first thing is those who propagate deschooling movement have proposed four approaches to be used in deschooling society. They have proposed four approaches. They have thought that these four approaches should be there in deschooling society. I will tell these four proposed approaches in another video.